wrap-up show. I'm Christina Lee. This is Jeff Rubenstein. Holy crap. And I don't normally say holy crap, but that was really holy crap.
That is, there were much worse words uttered during that.
There are much worse. I had so many moments literally where my jaw had dropped. And I can't say, I mean, last year was great, but this year was a whole new level. It's just like Jack Tretton said before he left the stage. He said, keep pushing us, keep taking us to a whole nother level, and I swear that's exactly what this year was.
Last of Us, that is the way to end a show. That was the first time I had seen that demo, and that's the first time that, you know, all of you out there have gotten to see this game in action. And it's, while it's the Naughty Dog, the team that made Uncharted, this game does not feel anything like Uncharted.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so intense. One of the crew guys right back there, he's just like, I am getting that game. That's what he sounds like. I'm really good at that. Yeah. So it was just intense. How many times did you grunt or grimace? Ugh. And that was right after seeing God of War Ascension.
Oh my
First time getting to see the single player. And when we debuted multiplayer, when Sony Santa Monica debuted multiplayer with God of War Ascension, people wanted to know, you know, but what about single player? Why aren't you talking about that? I'd like to think you now know single player is in good hands. And there's so much mythology to draw from. While Kratos wasn't seen, you know, killing all the gods, like, you know, he wiped them all out at the end of God of War 3. You saw some mega huge dudes. You saw this elephant guy that I felt bad for that.
He was using their own weapons against them. I mean,
I felt bad for that elephant creature
his
at the end.
brain was decimated.
Yeah, and we're going to see a Kraken, obviously. They don't get too much bigger than that.
I didn't think Kratos could get even more badass, but it happened. He did get even more badass this year. That was uncontrollable. He is so uncontrollable. We've got to talk about Beyond.
Okay,
right?
We do have to talk about Beyond. What I want to know is, what did Jody do to them SWAT dudes? Because at we saw all the tension. This is what David Cage, this is what Quantic Dream is known for: mood, emotion, building it up. And it was so quiet, and it just slowly built as the SWAT team moved in. Then, of course, they cut away because you're going to get to experience whatever happens next. And, you know, Ellen Page playing Jody, total badass.
Yeah, talking about, and let's go back to just star power and the different celebrities that are involved. J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter, dude, I am always down for all things Harry Potter, but Book of Spells, man, that was really cool.
That was really cool tech. And, you know, I mean, a live demo is under a lot of pressure with everybody watching, but, I mean, that was making Move do things that I have not seen it do before. And you know, I'm a parent. I got a 3-year-old at home, and we're going to be playing that, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to Hogwarts. And dude, Assassin's Creed 3.
My body is ready. Please, I want Assassin's Creed 3 right now. The naval battles is the first time we saw that. They didn't even show that at the Ubisoft press conference, which was right before that. They showed some other really cool stuff. That game's going to be amazing, and you know, a bundle will be coming out October 30th, and then we also got to see Vita, and there's going to be some crosstalk between the Vita version for Liberation, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. Very excited.
Oh my God, it's so packed, and there's still so many more things coming up. We've actually got this just in. There's a trailer that we want you guys to check out. It's Little Big Planet karting. Roll it. Yeah, I like the those bunny ears on Sackboy. It's one of my favorites. But also have to remind you guys, it's so great that Little Big Planet Karting is also very serious about the driving mechanics, right?
Yeah, just not as serious as the last episode. I think we needed some Sackboy after, you know, seeing a dude get his head blown off. So yeah, Little Big Planet Karting is just one of the many titles that we have at the PlayStation booth. So I do want you to make sure you do stick around, not to see not me, and to see the a booth tour. Ray shot a whole tour. It's the first look. You know, people were sneaking in anyway, so we're spoiling the spoilers. We're getting ahead of them, and we're going to see what the booth looks like for the first time.
Yeah, but first let's go ahead to Meredith. Meredith?
Hey, Christina and Jeff, wow, so many great games to get excited about. God of War Ascension had an incredible crowd reaction. I'm here with game director Todd Pappy, and I have to tell you, your gameplay was amazeballs. So amazing.
Thank you.
Now, I have to ask you, how did Santa Monica Studio decide to go in that direction with this latest installment in the God of War franchise?
With the prequel, or?
Can we call it a prequel? We actually can say it's a prequel? Yes. How'd you come up with that idea?
It was basically, we wanted to show a different side of Kratos, and we haven't explored the younger side of him at all, and it was a challenge, and we wanted to try it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a challenge. A lot of those combat moves you were doing out there was a challenge.
I messed up a couple of times, but hopefully nobody knows.
Nobody knew. It's okay. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Now, God of War's had a different game director for every game. How do you think that's helped the success of the series?
I think this game takes a hell of a lot out of you. I mean, I'm turning gray. I'm getting wrinkles. I think it brings freshness, you know, and it's a challenge every day to go in there. But the team is a phenomenal team, and I'm so excited to just be part of it and be able to lead them. So that's great.
Now, we got to see the single-player gameplay today, but I was reading online about a few of the multiplayer features, and I heard you can actually choose your own deity, and you get weapons and armor that are specific to each god. So I got to ask you, what god would you choose?
I'm going to choose Ares.
Ooh, why?
I like the fire magic.
All right, fire magic. All right, well, I got to go with Poseidon because I'm a Pisces, so I don't know. We'll have to battle someday, fire with water. All right, well, thanks so much, Todd Pappy. We're going to throw it over to Sid.
Hey guys, I am here with Omar Kendall, the game director on PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. One of the big news hits coming out of tonight's PlayStation press conference. Big Daddy is going to be in the game as a playable character. What's his fighting style?
Well, true to his series, Big Daddy is a giant, lumbering, unstoppable machine. He's got a lot of attacks that allow him to just blow straight through his opponents and just deal a lot of brutal damage. Of course, we wanted to make sure that the plasmids are represented, so look out for those. And also, Little Sister makes an appearance both in his storyline and in his supers. So it's a really cool character, really fun. Offers a very different play style that we're really excited about.
I'm a huge BioShock fan, so I can't wait to play him. I'm calling dibs. Next character that was unveiled was obviously Nathan Drake from Uncharted. How does Nathan's fighting style contrast with Big Daddy?
Well, Nathan's really interesting. Of course, has a huge arsenal, again, from the Uncharted series. What we're able to do is create a very interesting mix of both his gunplay, but also his melee. He's not afraid to get in there and sort of punch and kick and mix it up. Also a little bit of his humor. He's one of our more interesting styles, and we're really happy to have him.
That's awesome. How do you guys make the decision which character gets in and which doesn't?
It's tough. You know, of course, we're not going to be able to get all characters in the game, but we look for, what the fans are asking for. You know, we keep our ear really close to the community, and we're trying to pay attention to what they're asking for. But at the same time, we want to throw in some surprises as well. Obviously, we're all big fans of the PlayStation and those great characters, so sometimes we sneak some of our favorites in there, too.
I mean, can we expect more third-party characters to make the jump to the game?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think Big Daddy is just the start of the announcements for third-party characters. You're going to see us talk a lot more about additional third-party characters all summer long. Definitely just stay tuned.
Now, you guys at Superbot, you're fighting game veterans. Tell me a little bit about the expertise of the studio.
Sure. Well, this team was hand-picked, custom-made to make this game. They brought me over. Like I said, I've been working on fighting games for a lot in my career, but we also have a lot of guys who are from the community, a lot of guys who have been playing and really living fighting games for their entire lives, and it's just a great experience.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Omar. Let's go back up to Christina.
Yeah, so those are some really great announcements for PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Jeff, who are your favorites?
I've been using Kurtle Radek. He's from Killzone. I know Jim Sterling from Destructoid super excited that the original voice actor Sean Pertwee recorded new lines for that. Nice. And I think it's a sign of like just the little minutiae that fans notice. You're going to see that in spades in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I'm very, very curious to see how Nathan Drake handles and what his level 3 super looks like, because they're really good at pulling in little things. I hope Soli pops out or somebody like that.
I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed watching Fat Princess bounce around as big as she was.
She is very good in that game, because her level 1 super, it takes aim like right away, and I was not at all surprised to see her win that round.
Did she have a bazooka?
She may, and a chicken and cake and other things.
More
yes.
cake, please.
Yes.
But hey, I want to touch back on The Last of Us, right?
Sure.
I mean, I know we ended on that, but I love that not only does it evoke emotion, and Naughty Dog's great with storytelling, but it's, okay, well, first I have to say the bone-crunching aspect of heads against walls and all that stuff was eerie in a weird way.
This is an M-rated game, and that's something we haven't seen out of Naughty Dog, and obviously you're going to see a lot of that. Another thing I want to point out is the voice acting.
Yeah.
Troy Baker as Joel is fantastic. You would know this guy if his name is not familiar to you. It was Snow in Final Fantasy 13, the main dude in Catherine, which was an awesome game. Just in a tremendous amount of different games, and you don't even, it doesn't even sound like him. He's got sort of this grizzled twang going on, and we're actually going to have those guys, both the main voice actors, Joel and Ellie, on our live stream coming up later this week.
Sweet. Speaking of Naughty Dog, though, we're going to go down to Ray.
Just look at that jacket.
OMG. You guys opened up with Uncharted 2 and 3, our last press conferences, but you guys are now the closers. Of course, I'm hanging out with Christoph Palestra and Evan Wells, co-presidents of Naughty Dog. My God, how does it feel?
Amazing. A lot of emotion right now, because like the crowd reacted like halfway through the demo, so they were really into it, and so we got what we wanted. I mean, they want to close the show like in a big way, and I think we succeeded.
Evan, how does that feel, man? The biggest pop of the night was that one last shotgun fire.
Well, I just couldn't be more proud of the team. I mean, everybody put in so much hard work to make sure this moment stood out, and lots of late nights, a lot of creative talent went into it, and Bruce up there, he nailed it.
Dude, Bruce was a pimp. He's just like, I'm out. I was waiting for him to drop the controller. That was probably the best moment of our press conference. Now, The Last of Us, your first mature title. What is that like for you guys creatively to have that mature freedom?
I think it's great. They give us like a lot more like freedom and stuff, like just creating a new world and like also new characters. We want to create like different arcs with our characters, and so we want to put them in difficult situations, like where they have to learn how to help each other, and so that world really helps us like create that environment for them.
I like the fact that you said difficult situation, because I like the fact that Uncharted was massive and big, but Last of Us is very intimate and personal. Talk about that decision.
Yeah, it's a very different style of game. We wanted to create a very specific tone. So we didn't approach it as we wanted to create a mature title. We approached it as these are the situations that we want to put our characters in to see what kind of reactions it elicits. So it's really about creating pressure on the two main characters and seeing how they react.
And now, what's really cool about Naughty Dog is that you guys just don't pick any generic music to add pressure. There was a lot of lack of music, and which built intensity. Talk about that decision as well.
Yeah, we wanted like to create like some like a very tension between like just the two main characters, and them going through like the environment where it sounds pretty safe at the beginning, and we kind of like build it up, and so like we take music as part of that, building the tension. So it's a lot of like attention to details. I mean, I don't know if people can imagine how much details we put into